Hey guys, welcome back to another great episode on KOB TV, Chattanooga, Tennessee. I am your host, Ken Johnson, and we are jumping in on reparations. Reparations for Afro descendants. Basically, guys, it appears that we are further behind than we would even like to imagine. Uh, they wrote conventions and treaties and resolutions way back in 1948, but even before Martin Luther King. So they were probably anticipating, uh, him and or just people becoming aware, and somehow they subverted his movement, which most people agree nowadays uh, that we should have not been marching for civil rights, but human rights, which is a difference. Uh, you know, Once you are under the law of a state, then civil rights can be granted, uh, but human rights are inalienable or unalienable because you're born with them. So the bottom line is we're behind. People of the world have been telling us, wake up, and only thing we can do is report about WAP or whatever, some stupid stuff. I go to my black media, they're talking about finances and build your wealth while you're stupid as a bell, and it's not going to be easy. A lot of people are just not going to understand law ever. And so, with that said, let's go ahead and read the request for, which is old. This is old here, guys. We're way behind. We still don't even know it. And then I'll be talking about it, but will the rest of the world, the so-called black world, will they be talking about it? I doubt it. Request for a thematic hearing on reparations. I should probably squeeze that down, shouldn't I, so you guys can see the title. Let's do that. Okay. For reparations for Afro descendants. Do I need to squeeze it even more? It appears I do. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I had no idea it was going to be like that. Afro descendants in the U.S. during the 173rd period of sessions. All right. So July 11th, 2019, last year, guys. And we won't read the names and the addresses. Of course, you guys can go and write them. But this is the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, the IACHR. Request for a thematic hearing on reparations as a remedy for human rights violations against Afro descendants in the United States during the 173rd period of sessions. Dear Executive Secretary Abroa, the Thurgood Marshall Civil Rights Center at Howard University School of Law, along with 29 co-sponsoring organizations, submit this request for a thematic hearing before the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights for the upcoming 173rd period of sessions to discuss reparations for historic and ongoing human rights violations against Afro descendants in the United States Now, guys, don't get the Afro descendants mixed up with the indigenous theme. Although some of us are some of us, most of us are indigenous to the land. But to be more specific, you look for the Afro descendants when you're looking up this. Purpose and objectives of hearing. Petitioners for this hearing seek to highlight the need for reparations for the systematic pattern of human rights violations against Afro descendants attributable attributable to the United States government, including the crimes of slavery, Jim Crow laws, excessive and violent policing practices, mass incarceration, and other forms of structural racial discrimination. So, guys, if you don't know anything about this, ask yourself, why don't you? Why am I so far behind in my own fight against inhumane abuse? Why don't you know anything about this? Because you don't know law. You don't want to know about law. Law is just not something you're interested in. But you want freedom. Can't get freedom unless you get law, guys. Unless you understand the law. And I'm only going to read about 2 more minutes, and that's it. I just wanted to kind of give you an idea that those reports that you see, 2019 reports, 2018 reports, people, I mean, they're trying to say, hey, guys, wake up. And the only thing we can do is talk about what. Watch what happens in the black media after this is released. You think they care? They're going to keep you on BS talking points and just keep you mindless. Okay, I'm going to move down because I think that paragraph, that first sentence really did that. Timeline. What's this? Timeliness? Timeliness. Oh my God, I can't read, guys. Timeliness of this hearing. A hearing on the issue of reparations in the 173rd period of sessions will be both timely and have a significant impact as there is increased attention in the United States on the issue of reparations, guys. This is way back now. On June 19th, the United States House of Representatives held a hearing to discuss reparations for African Americans. You didn't know anything about that. If you did, black media is not talking about it, guys. I'm going to skip on down because we know now that they're already talking about it, the 173rd, and we're just behind. Scope of hearing. Approaching the reparations debate using the human rights framework grounds the discussion in the protection and preservation of fundamental human rights and the government's legal obligation. So basically, that it's going to, disclose what the government's supposed to be doing. They're obligated to do this stuff, by law because they are part of the law. They are part of the coalitions, the UN, the OAS, the IACHR. And so they have to follow the laws, and the laws are already written, and we're just behind over here talking about WAP and whatever else, guys. I'm sorry, it's really sickening to me. We'll skip on down. Recently, United States Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell outlined what he believed to be insurmountable problems in the proposal for reparations. He claimed that slavery was too long ago, that people alive today are not responsible for slavery, and that others have been opposed as well. Oh, I'm sorry, oppressed as well. I'm sorry. Yet, no international body has suggested that reparations be limited to redressing only the harm of enslavement. He's a I don't know, he's a sick person, and you guys don't care. I'm gonna go down. I guess I'll read this. A hearing on the issue of reparations will align with the important work of the Commission in recent years. For decades, the inter-American human rights system has led the international community in thinking about and con- concretizing. Never had to use concretizing before. Making it concrete, of course, basically. It's the simplest definition you can come up with. Solidifying the ideas about and concretizing reparations for human rights violations. In March 2019, the Commission released a report called Police Violence Against Afro-Descendants in the United States. Guys, you got that. I already gave you that in the other one, in the other video, so go read that. But, that's pretty much it. I'll give you this. And it says the United Nations Working Group of Experts on People of African Descent issued a similar recommendation in 2016. So we don't even have to read it because they said they issued a similar recommendation. So, the recommendations that are up here in there that you could read. And so people are on this. We are behind. We are behind, guys. Wake up. So that's what the wake up means. And that's what they're talking about. Wake up. Wake up and get on the law. Wake up and stand by the law. Stand with the law, guys. We're not standing in law. We are continuing to be ignorant by voluntary, it's not involuntary. You have the World Wide Web. So, this stuff is involuntary ignorance. Now, for the next week up until election, let's see if black media has any aptitude about law. If they don't want to talk about law, because basically most of your journalists in the black media are just regular, normal people like you and me. And the only difference is they like to gossip and like to talk about gossip, and they think that's what news is, gossip. News is not gossip. News is giving you something that you can use to better help yourself or someone else that you may want to help, but not just giving you useless, worthless information, guys. So wake up and stop listening to those clowns. All they want to do is make a little cheddar off of you. They don't want to help you. They don't care about you. Come on now. Who cares about you? Somebody who's going to deliver, who spends time researching, delivering information that's useful to you. Knowledge. So with that said, guys, I care. Although I know there's only so much I can do. And only so many people I can reach. And, didn't mean, I don't try. At least I can leave a legacy of trying if I don't succeed. You can say he tried. He certainly tried. So with that said, guys, remember... Oh, no, don't stop till you get enough. No, I'm not going to play that. I'm going to play those.
Skinhead, deadhead, everybody one. Gone bad. Situation, aggravation, everybody allegation in the suit, on the news, everybody dog food, bang, bang, shot dead, everybody's gone bad. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Beat me, hate